Working the weekend morning stream. It is I, your host, Pop. I'd like to welcome you all to Sunday Anime Chat, the last of the month of November, our theme of watching kaijus. So I hope you're excited for that. I have a few good shows waiting in the wings to reveal to you guys. I hope you're excited. I know I am. And before we get into that, I'd just like to welcome everybody watching on Kick, on Rumble, on Twitch, and on YouTube. And over on YouTube, it looks like Jake D. How you doing, Jake D? What's going on here? Reactionary activities afoot? Nothing to see here, comrade. Keep on moving. He's alright. That should be enough to explain to you. But as everyone well knows that you've been watching me for a while, I like to start off with some news of the week so that we are all up to date on what is going on in the world of anime, manga, and video games. And we'll do that by watching and reading the Anime News Network. So going back to last week, for last Sunday, Dead Demons DDD Destruction anime film cast Yaosobi singer Lilas Ikuta Ano as leads. Alright then. Toonami runs Demon Slayer Entertainment District arc Licorice Recoil anime in January. So there you go, you can watch some on Toonami. I believe that's like Cartoon Network's thing. The Witch and the Beast anime unveils more cast and staff. New visual update. Okay. Moving along to Monday, The 7 Deadly Sins, 4 Nights of the Apocalypse anime comes to Netflix on January 31st. Hello, Alex Moore. Good to see you. I know you'll be back after the news, right? I knew that. What do we got here? Transformers voice actor Peter Spellos passes away at 69. Oh, that's not good. High Dive to stream Phantom of the Idol anime English dub on November 23rd. Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade game reveals November 21st launch. Oh, it's a mobile game. You know how much I don't like those mobile games. One Piece Film Red surpasses Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone as number 6 all-time film in Japan. As it should. One Piece is so good. Tis Time for Torture. Princess TV anime adds 4 more cast members. Japan's video game rankings, November 6th to 12th. Hello, Punkwaddle. Good to see you. You're just in time. Would be reacting to? I don't know. Ask Jake D. He wants to know about reactionary stuff. But I'm going to check out the game rankings. Is Super Mario Wonder still in number 1? Have a look. And for sure, there it is. Number 1, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Number 2, a PS5 games. PS5 game like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Okay. Same with PS4. And then in 4th place, PS5, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Back to the Switch, WarioWare Move It. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 for the PS4. After that is Fashion Dreamer, then Pikmin 4, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Jinsei Game for Nintendo Switch, Star Ocean, the second story, Mario Kart 8, Minecraft, Tales of Arise for the PS5. Back to the Switch, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, then Super Mario Party, Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Marvel's Spider-Man is number 18. It's not selling a lot, it looks like. Only 3,698 copies that week. Then it's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and Ring Fit Adventure. So there you have it. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, still number 1 on the charts. But apparently people like have Like a Dragon Gaiden, the Man Who Erased His Name. Okay. Curious about that game. Nope, we're not talking Doctor Who. I am very not well versed in Doctor Who at all. We react with Iron Fisted Ice Punch. Sounds like a Pokemon attack. Japanese animation TV ranking. On television. Saze-san's number 1, Detective Conan, Chibi Maruko-chan, Doraemon, Firefighter Daigo. Okay, that's on there. Crayon Shin-chan, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. That's good. I'm glad it's on the list. Followed up by One Piece, then Soaring Sky Pretty Cure, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, and at the bottom, Pokemon Horizons, the series. Nice. Dragon Ball Daima anime series reveals staff. Okay, so yeah, once again, they're making Goku a child again. Don't know how I feel about this. I know, I think Leon from Words of Paradise he's really stoked for it. He's a giant Dragon Ball fan. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, when I watched GT, it was like, oh, they shrank Goku down to a kid again. So I hope this isn't a rehash or just the same old thing again. Also, they got to be careful because I think the voice actor for Goku is the elderly lady, and she may not be around, much longer. She's getting up there in years, so they got to be careful. Nippon Ichi unveils Bar Stella Abyss, roguelike tactical RPG for PS4, PS5, and the Switch. Going up to Tuesday, Sylvanian Families, Calico Critters anime films, clip shows Freya Blues. I don't think I ever saw the Sylvanian Families back in the day when it was first released. We'll have to see what happens. Kingdom Anime's 5th series streams teaser. Ari Mawari Koinu Shorts anime reveals Mayo as theme song artist, voice of original character. Metallic Rouge anime streams special music clip. This is one I've got on my wanting or planning to watch. Metallic Rouge. I'm getting really excited to see what it's all about. My Daughter Left the Nest and Returned, an S-rank adventurer anime casts Lin Yoshino Nanjo. Isn't that every parent's dream, though, is to have your daughter leave the nest, but then return as an S-rank adventurer? That's what you hope for, anyway. Tadaima Okari BL anime reveals staff, 2024 TV premiere. BL, that's Boys Love, that is not made for me. Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy Season 2 unveils 10 more cast members. That is a big cast. Moving along to Wednesday, Sword of the Demon Hunter anime is TV anime premiering in 2024. High Dive announces Love Flops anime's English dubcast. For those of you that like your English dubbed anime. Personally, I'm more of the subtitled variety. I like to hear the original voice actors. They really put a lot more. It seems they can get a lot more emotion, and they really pack a punch when they deliver their lines. Banished from the Heroes Party Season 2 unveils more cast and key visual. Okay, so they're getting a Season 2 for that one. Dr. Elise anime streams character video for Graham. Gundam Seed Freedom Film casts J-pop idol Win Morisaki. Are you Gundam fans? I mean, I know Seed gets a lot of hate. A lot of people are, they go after it just because the characters are quite whiny. But it's coming. Gundam Seed Freedom. It says the film opens in Japan on January 26, 2024. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 game adds Uta as playable DLC character, anime song DLC. Oh, nice. You haven't kept up with the Seed stuff, but it seems like it's coming together. Okay, nice. Yeah. There's always a big Gundam fan base out there. Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash Games new trailer showcases Kento Nanami and Mahito Iso and Kichizu. Game for the PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox, all the stuff, PC. Okay, it's coming out for everything. Tsukihime visual novel remake debuts in English next summer. Kitaro Tanjo Gigige no Nazo anime film opens at number 2 with 160 million yen. Godzilla -1 stays at number 1. I was just talking with Mrs. Mechanic yesterday about if she wants to go see in the theater Godzilla -1. So we'll have to plan ourselves a movie night to go out and watch that in the theater. Persona 3 Reload game's new trailer highlights Aegis. Sonic Dream Team mobile game streams animated intro. It debuts on Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade. What is that? I mean, are they getting that exclusive with it? I'd like to see it come to other consoles. Second Ghost in the Shell standalone complex 2045 compilation films. First 12 minutes are streamed. Nice. I haven't seen Ghost in the Shell in like the longest time. I think I did. I have seen standalone complex, but that was years ago. Moving along to Thursday, Sound Euphonium 3 anime reveals new visual Haruka Tomatsu as Mayu. Atelier Resleriana mobile game launches global registration. My Next Life as a Villainess, Pirates of the Disturbance game previews gameplay in new trailer. Oh, it's a visual novel and launches on the Switch in North America. Okay, on Tuesday. Trillion Game anime reveals main cast, production at Madhouse Studio. Case closed. The Scarlet Bullet film debuts digitally with English sub. Yeah, sorry about the pause there. I updated OBS and it's a little bit different layout than the old one. I was looking for the green square that shows I'm doing a good broadcasting at the proper bitrate and all that, but they switched over to like a little step graph. But yeah, it's all good. All good. I'm always wary about upgrading my OBS because you never know what's gonna crash or break or whatever. So I'm always wary. Moving along, A Sign of Affection anime unveils 2 more cast members, theme song artist, January 6th premiere. Ah yes, if you have been keeping up with Frieren, it says here, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End anime cast, Takuya Eguchi, Konomi Kohara. So yes, one of the characters. We get some more backstory from the characters, and it's damn good. The Weakest Tamer began a journey to pick up trash. Anime's new video reveals opening song, more cast. Moving along to Friday, Street Fighter 6 game showcases 18 new costumes in Outfit 3 trailer. Tekken 8 game adds Leo as playable character. Oh, One Piece Thousand Storm mobile game ends service in Japan in January. See, I knew it. You gotta watch out for these mobile games. They just all of a sudden decide they're not gonna let them run anymore, and that's it. You're out. Yoshitsugu Matsuoka, Yumiri Hanamori joined cast of Ron Kamonohashi's Forbidden Deductions anime. I haven't been watching this one. Didn't seem like it was my cup of tea. Hiroko Utsume Mappa's Buchigiri anime reveals main cast, January 13th premiere in main trailer. Playthrough of a certain dude's VR MMO life anime casts Rikiya Koyama and Yurika Kubo. Pokemon Horizons anime's second arc adds 3-part short anime about Terrapagos. Classroom of the Elite anime's 3rd season slated for January 3rd. Moving along to Saturday, Ultraman franchise's Darkness Heals project gets anime. Nice. Hey, Whoopa! How are you doing, comrade? Good to see you. Rinkai, women's cycling project unveils more cast. Anime's TV debut next spring. For all you cycling fans, there you are. You've got women's cycling. Here's another update for the Japanese animation TV ranking. Let's see here. Now they have a few notes here. Frieren Firefighter Daigo rank at number 4. Fly Me to Saitama, the first live-action film adaptation of Minio Maya's Tondo Saitama manga, aired on Fuji TV on Saturday, November 18th at 9 p.m. and earned a 7.5% rating. The week's episode of the live-action series Kiwa Ire's Yuria's Red String manga aired on TV Asahi on Thursday, November 16th at 9 p.m. and earned a 5.9%. This week's episode of the live-action series adaptation of Hinako Ashihara's Sexy Tanaka-san manga aired on NTV on Sunday, November 19th, and earned a 5.8% rating. A lot of the other ones, Saze-san, Detective Conan, Chibi Maruko-chan, Doraemon, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. That is good. It's like right in the middle there. That's great. Followed up by Firefighter Daigo, Rescuer in Orange, One Piece, Soren Kai Pretty Cure, Crayon Shin-chan, and Spy Family Season 2. Heard good things about Spy Family Season 2. Mrs. Mechanic and I will watch that when it comes to DVD. We'll grab the whole thing and we'll binge it. Because I like my physical media. What do we got here? Still sticking with Saturday, The Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil anime casts Kazuhiro Yamaji. Oh, another update for Japan's video game rankings. Everyone's excited for this. Is it Super Mario Wonder again? Oh, no. What? Momotaro Densetsu World. Chikyu wa Kibo de Mawateru. That thing just came out of nowhere. I didn't expect that. But this is for Japan, so. That's number 1. Number 2, Super Mario RPG. Looks like everyone likes their remake of Mario RPG. And then Super Mario Bros. Wonder is number 3, followed up by Hogwarts Legacy for the Switch. Persona 5 Tactica. PS5 game is Persona 5 Tactica as well after that. Then a PS4 game, Like a Dragon Gaiden. After that, WarioWare Move It. Then Naruto Boruto Ultimate Ninja. Wow, that I didn't expect that either. Like a Dragon for the PS5. Detective Pikachu Returns. Persona 5 Tactica for the PS4. Followed up by Yohane the Parhelion. Then Pikmin 4. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 for the PS5. Then Switch. Jinsei game for Nintendo Switch. Then Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 is still on the list. Unreal how old that game is, and it's still on the list. Then Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Fashion Dreamer, and finally, Minecraft. You haven't played it yet, but you got Tactica. All right. I am curious, like this Momotaro Densetsu. So it's like the Legend of Momotaro. I'm curious to see what that game is like. If it just came storming and stomping onto the charts out of nowhere. Mario RPG, I've watched some. Who was it again? Was it Angry Canadian I watched play that? Might have been. Good game. Just seeing the updated visuals and everything like that. Pretty good. I'm not surprised by Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I am surprised by Hogwarts Legacy, though. But this, I don't know if it was out on the Switch already, or did it just make its way to Japan now? Yeah, Nerdporial did. Angry Mav as well. It might have been Nerdporial I was watching. I watch a lot of people, as well as I know you guys do too. But yes. Hogwarts Legacy. It just released on the Switch. Thanks, Punkwaddle. Yeah, I thought that's why it. I thought that's why it was on the list. I had never seen it until now, so that was snapped up by a lot of people in the land of the rising sun. But yeah, some of these games that I see on here, I definitely want to check them out. Especially especially the ones they don't hear a lot about. Hey, Jay's daddy, how you doing? Yeah, they did push it back for a while. Okay. Let's just hope the next iteration of the Switch is backwards compatible and the games can be on larger carts. What do we got here? Meito Isekai no Yu Kaitaku Ki, light novel about Isekai hot springs, gets TV anime. It's about Isekai hot springs. Well, there's a new one for you. At least it didn't say the guy was reincarnated as a hot springs, but I want to see what this is about. Land of the Rising Sun, New Orleans? I don't know, is that what they refer to New Orleans as? If you listen to the Tragically Hip song, apparently New Orleans is sinking and he doesn't want to swim. So, yes, Switch 2 is much needed. It's been a long time since they've had any kind of upgrade for it, so I'm looking forward to what they do. If they can do something to make it more powerful, right? Upgraded graphics and such, and upgraded size of the carts. They're just so tiny, those the Switch, I guess cartridges you would call them, but they're just so tiny. That's where the House of the Rising Sun is. Oh! Yeah, I'm not that well versed in that. Let's see, what do we got here? ASMR voice drama also greenlit with VTubers Ria Koito and Kyoko Kuramochi. A website opened on Sunday to announce that Konano Menru's Meito Isekai no Yu Kaitaku Ki Arafo Onsen Mania Tensai Saki wa. Yeah, Alternate World Alternate World Springs. The reincarnation destination of an onsen fan who's around 40 was a relaxing hot spring paradise. Light novel is inspiring television anime shorts and an ASMR voice drama. Story centers around Yoshizu Yukawa, a major hot springs fan who finds hidden springs to revitalize the economy of the local area. However, he dies after falling off a cliff and is transported to an alternate world thanks to an Inari deity of harvest at a small shrine nestled in the rocks. Together with Inari's attendant princess, Mayudama, he continues searching for storied hot springs, only this time in the alternate world. Along the way, he ends up naked in hot springs with furry-eared girls and elven girls. Jake D, you hearing this? Where are you at, man? I think we found something that you need to research for the Wupstotska. You'd like for them to wait to make the Switch 2 until after you finish getting your PC. Yeah. The wallet would not appreciate that expense. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, Punkwaddle, ASMR, like, you know what that is. You must know. I can't think. It's an acronym for something, but it just means like you're listening to the sounds, and just having to like use your imagination. What do we got here? It's got the cast members. So you can see that looks like a fox girl, wolf girl, maybe a fox. Elven girl. Another elfin girl. The ruler, the world, his assistant. VTubers Ria Koito and Kyoko Kuromoto are making their voice acting debuts in these projects. Oh, interesting. Television anime shorts will premiere in January on Tokyo MX and BS Fuji channels. The Anime Festa service will exclusively stream an explicit steamless version of the anime. Ooh. You get a steamless version. Menrui launched the story on the Novel Up Plus service in September 2019, and Hobby Japan's HJ Novels imprint publishers the light novel and its follow-up volumes. Masahito Sasaki serializes the manga adaptation on the Firecross service, and Hobby Japan published the first manga volume in August 2022. So there we go. Buddy dies, gets reincarnated in looks like just as himself. But he's still looking for hot springs. So hopefully they make it funny. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Tell JT teleports in. You heard me, did ya? VTubers, you say? You're well versed in the ways of Niji Sanji and Hololive? Okay. Working mode initiated. Much shopping is being had. Alright, Jay's daddy, you be careful out there. Watch out for those crazy shoppers. Jake D, I'm interested in your knowledge of VTubers then. I watch a couple of them as well. So I'd be interested in having a chat with you about that. One Piece anime enters Egghead arc on January 7th. There we go, everybody. I believe that is the last arc, or one of the final arcs. Egghead arc. So they're going to finally meet up with Dr. Vegapunk. Blue Lock episode Nagi anime films trailer reveals anime 19th debut. Or April 19th, jeez. Learn how to read again. Mario Kata, Mappa's original anime film Maboroshi, streams on Netflix starting on January 15th. You just finished Thriller Bark? Nice, they picked up Brooke. Yeah, Thriller Bark was very satisfying when they took down Gecko Moria. Chained Soldier anime reveals January 4th debut. This is now today, Sunday. Oshi no Ko anime second season to air in 2024. I know a lot of people did like Oshi no Ko. Iris, the movie, full energy teaser unveils staff early summer 2024 opening. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, Northern War mobile game slated for December 6th. Don't do it. Even if you are a Trails fan, don't do the mobile games. Socrates' quest for the meaning of justice was a discussion of fools. A philosophical journey through the world of VTubers is the only worthy pursuit for the most excellent of men. Well put, good sir. Tokyo Chronos Outdus Games gets Switch release in 2024. Okay, so there are two different games, Tokyo Chronos and Outdus. Red Cat Ramen manga gets anime. Workplace manga about human worker at feline ramen shop. Oh man, ideas are coming everywhere. That is it, everyone. That is it. You are caught up in the news of the week. Yes, that is everything. Question for everybody. Would you guys like to have a VTuber discussion one stream? Does anybody else watch any VTubers? Do you guys even bother? Are there any good ones out there that you think need some recognition? I'm just curious. Yes, Jake D, I know you. Okay. While you guys are thinking about that, check your volumes because it is now time for the main event, and you know what that means. Neurosama, the AI one is really funny. VTubers are spawn of the devil that go on wall next to. Okay. Okay. I see how Jay's daddy feels about it. Okay, here we go, everybody. Your warning for the roar is coming. So 3, 2, 1. Time for the roar. There you go. Thought maybe that would summon Godzillionaire, but we'll see. First up on the list, Neoranga. So I watched this one. Seemed quite compelling. An ancient god called Ranga awakens on an isolated island in the South Pacific where it has been slumbering, forgotten by mankind. 3 sisters living in Tokyo, Minami, Ushio, and Yuhi Shimbara, discover they have inherited this island kingdom along with the huge god. When Ranga shows up in Tokyo, it soon becomes a source of wonder and conflict for the 3 sisters that controlling Ranga, the people who want to destroy it and the ones who want to use it. Yeah, Jake D using his philosophy to justify his need for waifus. He doesn't have to justify it too much in this area, that's for sure. All right, shall we have a look at Neoranga? So it starts out with the Okay, this is not good. Be able to fast forward losing the arrow keys. That's there you go. OBS, you got me, OBS. I thought I was good, but you came back and you bit me. Rotten thing. This is let's see. It's not working. So yes, let's do this thing. They already sent something on the radar that's coming. So this big monster is coming along. And right away, it hits up the airport. The Haneda airport. This comes stomping along. Oh. Episode 1, Showdown at Tenzo Island. So there's the girls. There's 3 of them, as I said in the description synopsis. Right now, this guy is like picking on a little kid who's her friend. He gets a call, and they get away. There they are. So the army has been called out. They are getting ready for this attack by this giant monster that's coming. And they're trying to slow it down. They collapse this walkway because it's walking along the main highway. And then the mad scientist arrives. I shouldn't say mad scientist, but the fellow that was the guard arrives. He's operating this mecha. And they're ready to take this thing down. But as you well know, nothing humans do ever works. And that's where it leaves off. They attack the monster, and that's the end of that. We have no way of knowing whether they succeeded or not because they leave it on a cliffhanger. Such is the way they do things. Irate Specialist, how you doing? Nice to see you. We're just going through our first show called Neo Ranga. The next one. Next one. I believe that's the next one. One moment. Yes. Okay. Next one, we all know Pacific Rim. This is Pacific Rim, The Black. And this one is from Netflix, as you saw. So everywhere in the world, kaiju are attacking. And the humans are losing, as so often happens. Got your Jaegers out there, but they are getting overwhelmed. And this husband and wife team grab their children and take them to like a sanctuary where they can live peacefully, hopefully. And the parents say, look, here, we're going to leave you here, and we'll be right back. We just have to go do some things and help out, and we'll be back. Don't worry. And 5 years later, obviously the parents didn't come back. We assume that they're dead. And the brother and sister have grown up in this little, I guess it'd be a little village now. They really have their, little farms and everything. They harvest all their own food. They've got little shelters. They haven't been found out by any of the kaiju, so that's good. And I think they're planning to send some people out to have a look around. She found herself a helmet by going to like a forbidden area, and her brother just loses his mind on her about it. And then she stumbles into an area. She falls through the hole in the ground, and this area has a Jaeger in it. It's a training Jaeger, and she has to go through the training, which she just ignores. When it says, okay, we're going to train you now. If you want to, you can skip by saying next, and she just keeps skipping, and she doesn't learn anything about anything to do with operating a Jaeger. You watched the first season of this? By the time the second one came out, you wasn't at all that interested? Yeah, I could see that. Just by watching this. I mean, her as a character, the decision she makes, I was yelling at the screen like, you're dumb. Why did you skip all the training? You could have done, sat there and learned, but nope, she's like, skip, and then it's like, oh, hey, good, you're finished all your training in record time. Good for you. Okay. And then they're like, oh, you need a co-pilot. And she's like, oh, I don't have a co-pilot. Until her brother shows up. She waves to him, and they go in the Jaeger. And because this thing got activated, I'm thinking that the kaiju sensed that and came looking for them. Because they discover, or this kaiju is coming to attack them, and they have to do something about it. But if she wouldn't have woken up the computer or anything like that in there, I'm sure that kaiju wouldn't have come and attacked them. That's what you're thinking too? Yeah, it's all her fault. It's all her fault. She didn't, first of all, she didn't go through the training properly, and secondly, she thought, she could just do it. And it's like, no, you can't. And then they have to try to battle this kaiju, I believe is called Copperhead. Let's go back a bit. This is just a training Jaeger. So it doesn't have any weapons. It can't do anything to stop this kaiju. But eventually they come to the edge of a cliff where the kaiju is going to run at them blindly. They're going to duck out of the way thanks to the AI. The AI did a lot of the work helping them out battle this kaiju. And when they get back, after the kaiju falls down into the crevice, they go back to their village, which is devastated. Everyone is dead. It's super sad. Everyone's gotten flattened by the kaiju. And they decide there's nothing left for them there, so they have to head out and try to find other survivors of humanity. Words to live by, it's all her fault. Like she ate an apple. Yeah, exactly. But yes, that was Pacific Rim, the Black. So, good moral of the story, taking time to train and learn and not be lazy. You see the opposite stories told in American stories. Oh yeah, where they're like instantly good. Oh hey, I'm awesome. I didn't even know I was awesome, but I'm awesome. Yeah. To me, that's like, okay. They didn't take time. Of course, it's Netflix or whatever, so they should have took the time to write it out a little better. Oh yes, and the next one. The next one is. Let's not do that. Let's do this. Next one is Godzilla Singular Point. It's an original story which depicts the young geniuses Mei Kamino, and a female character, and Yun Arikawa, a male engineer, as they take on unprecedented threat with their companions. When danger comes up from the depths, only young geniuses Mei, Yun, and their team can face the threat in Godzilla Singular Point. So Godzilla Singular Point. This was a weird one to sort of watch the opening. Didn't know what to expect, but is this episode 2? I think episode 1 was quite slow, and episode 2, actually didn't watch it. Thought you and we could sort of watch it together, or at least skim over what's going on. Because the only kaiju that appears was at the very end of episode 1. This one, it's a flying like pteranodon, lots of teeth, mean looking, and yeah, our hero, one engineer fella, he's saving this kid who fell down trying to run away, which usually happens in all good monster films. And that big flying one stopped right in front of them. But they have a crudely made mech that old fellow was. There it is. That screams crazy mad scientist right there. He's gonna fight this thing, I'm assuming. Buddy grabs a pipe wrench, it looks like. He's ready to do some damage. And I'm not sure what the capabilities of the mech is, but looks like they scared it off or beat it down. One of the two. Ah. Looks like they fried it somehow. There are those kids in Gundam who are space noids or have the right tempered genes to intuitively operate a Gundam in 5 minutes. They're still dumb kids. Yeah. Fun animation? Yeah. Yeah, it seems alright. Once again, like I say, OBS kind of screwed me over. I had a hard time trying to control this slider, but A lot of talking going on. One of the female main character, May, she installed an AI assistant on her phone and on her computer, and this is it here. It took the identity of a little dog for her. And she's one of the ones that's trying to help figure out what's going on with this, why there's a signal going out, what's going on with all these kaiju. They haven't quite figured it out yet. Let's say here. So they're coming up. She's trying to figure it out. Looks like we get some pretty big kaiju coming up here. And we're just waiting for Godzilla to show up. As you know, he's the star. He's the main kaiju. But yeah, this one's on Netflix. You can watch it pretty easily. Only 13 episodes. Coming up next, I thought I'd throw in some fun ones. I know we can be all serious and dark, and all the drama and everything, and things are in dire need, and it's all, the whole situation's so hopeless. But then I thought, you know what? Let's throw in some of this. Chibi Godzilla. And Chibi Godzilla looks like he lives with somebody. This is just silly. It looks like it's a kid show. It's pretty funny. She brings back a present. What is it? And it's a birthday cake. And she's like, do your thing. And he starts it on. Of course he lights the candles. He blows them out. He's like, I just lit them. And there you go. There's all the other chibi kaiju. This is just a fun, silly show. There's one more fun, silly show. Is what do they call this now? Kaiju Girls. So you know how they have the like Kankole, where they're the spirit of the ships and all that, inherit the girls. This is girls that have the spirits of kaiju. And yeah, there you go. It's done in a chibi style. And you have your opening. The only time they change into normal style is when they're transforming, which is kind of strange to me, but okay. The girl's shirt says Destroyer. Yep. Instant transmissions in. Yeah. So we're the Kaiju Girls, it says. So this is where they all meet in the beginning, of course, introducing themselves. How they transform was with this little tablet. They change into their monster forms. They can't just transform easily. They have to feel the monster within and be able to summon that when they want to transform. But right away, after they're having some lunch, there is trouble outside. And they're getting ready to transform. There's somebody already there. Zeton, apparently. And she can put invisible shields out, and it looks like extinguish fire with them. That's pretty good. And they're going to be the strongest ones. They're like, okay, we are going to be the strongest ones. And they're just, these are just shorts, like little short ones. You can just watch it very easily. I can't remember if they're 5 minutes long or something like that, but just silly little things to watch. It's a good way to end it off. Having some, there's some fun ones out there. It doesn't always have to be death and devastation and you know, all the depressive things to watch. There's fun ones out there too. Make sure you sprinkle a little bit of that when you're watching, just to put a smile on your face. Okay. One last thing. And I know some of you aren't as advanced in years as myself, but back in the day, no. On, just have to, there we go. Silly thing. Okay. Back in the day, back in 1978, there was actually a Godzilla show, if you can believe it. And it looked like this. Come on now. Come on, YouTube. Don't tell me you have to work that hard. There we go. You got to watch Godzilla as a kid. And he was like, they'd summon him from underwater. These people that lived on a ship. These guys. They would summon Godzilla, and then there's the comic relief, Godzuki. They came up with another original character. Did I apprentice under Archimedes or Noah? I'll get you for that, Jake D. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. You know? Yeah, and they had a ship. Yeah, up from the depths, 30 stories high. Yep. So 30 stories, that's that, 300 feet? And then, yeah, you got the comic relief, which was just, annoying. But just the animation for the titles, like having the flaming, and they even got permission from Toho to do this. So there you go. So yeah, if you get a chance, I think there is some episodes out there on YouTube. They're not very long, but like I say, you too can watch Godzilla from the 1970s. They used to rerun that on Cartoon Network in the 1990s. Oh, okay. I had no idea they did that. But yeah, I mean, It's good to see what the Hanna-Barbera could do with Godzilla. When I was a kid, like I say, I was about 5 when this was on. So when you're 5, I think you like dinosaurs, all those things, and this was right up my alley. This was my jam, watching Godzilla. Oh, and Space Ghost. Yeah, Space Ghost was funny. Yes, irate specialists. They had electricity. Man, you guys. Brutal with the age jokes. Brutal. But yes, that was what I got to watch as a kid, and that's why 80s cartoons, 70s, 80s cartoons are the best. They were so well done. Had to power TV via hamster wheel. I'll get you for that. Yeah, Space Ghost Coast to Coast was funny. I remember watching that. Try to do interviews. It was before the invention of color, not color TV, but color. I've watched a black and white television. Whenever I would go over to my grandparents, they had a black and white TV. I watched that. When I was in high school, I received a black and white television to put in my room. It was a 5-inch television, but it was good enough. I could watch TV on my own. But yes, that is Kaijus for you guys. If you guys have any suggestions for me, I'd like to hear them, because I like to get my my fix of Kaijus. It's a fun genre to watch. I know Godzilla -1 is out in theaters. Definitely want to go see that. What about you guys? You guys gonna go out there, see it as well? Gotta say, this was a fun theme for this month, being able to watch all these shows. What was that one? That Godzilla one? Not Singular Point. Planet Eater? Yeah. Planet of the Monsters. That was pretty depressing, that one. Where's Godzillionaire where we need him? I don't know. I thought putting out that roar would have got him over here, but I guess not. Have you seen the new Monarch TV show on Apple TV? I don't have Apple TV, but I have seen commercials for Monarch. I think that would be something to try and watch. You'd go see it, but you'd have to drive at least an hour to the theater. An hour, JP. Man. Yeah, you're right, Punkwall. We need to get Jake D back to civilization adjacent. Yeah. Oof, Jake D. Like living out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, that's something we should definitely check out. Yeah, Monarch. I did see advertisement for that. Don't have Apple TV though. But, yar and all that kind of good stuff. It'll be out there eventually, matey. All right, well, next month, you guys are probably wondering, what's the theme going to be for next month? What can Pop do to, not necessarily top what I've done this month, but to keep things rolling? Cracks open network admin books. Come on, Jake D. Get that done, buddy. You've seen the episodes that are out, and it's pretty good. You're not a fan of the timeline jumping, but it seems pretty good. The 20-something are a bunch of... Yeah, I could see that. Yes, next month, everybody. It's December, it's the month of Christmas and everything, gift giving. But what else happens at Christmas time? Yeah, there's snow, there's Santa Claus, there's gift giving and presents. But what do you do a lot of? You eat. You eat good food. Next month's theme will be food/cooking. So anime dealing with food and cooking for December. So stop on by and we'll see if we can't learn some new recipes and see all the delicious stuff that gets prepared. And I'm sure there's a lot of drama that goes along with it. If I know my anime shows. Hey, it's Jay from Desolate Soul Studios. How you doing? Nice to see you stop on by here. Just kind of wrapping things up here. We've gone through a few of the kaiju films. I'm going to torture you with food during your intermittent fasting time. Oh. See, I do that as well. I'm curious, Rupa. What do you do? For me, I don't eat until noon, and then I stop eating at 6 o'clock. Around there. So I'm able to have something at lunch at work and then dinner when I get home. But then after 6 p.m., nothing except for, water and such. So yeah, I'm curious as to, is that how you do it? It's all about caloric intake anyway. Foodsember. Hey, that's a good name, Jake D. I like that. Can I use that? I'll give you credit. I'll be like, Jake D came up with this, but Foodsember. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see what I can find out there. I mean, it's one thing to come up with a theme. It's another thing to follow it up and be like, hey, what do I have here? What shows are out there that can provide me with the content I need? Like, I'll tell you right now, when I was doing cosplay in October, man, I had to really scour to find episodes and shows that were dealt with cosplay. Like, wow, that was a tough one I put on myself. So I rate you used to eat lunch around noon and stop around 7. That's perfectly fine. That's a good I think that's a good timeline, really. A lot of people are wondering why they're overweight, and it's because they eat before they go to bed or they eat late into the night. And once you sleep, that's it. Your stomach shuts down and it just sits in your stomach. So it just, you're not active or anything. 30 second delay? Okay, I can steal it. Thanks, Jake D. I didn't realize the delay was so bad. You mostly just wait till after your morning streams to eat on the weekends? Oh, well, okay, that works. Yeah, when I did my game stream yesterday, I streamed for quite a while. I think till about almost noon for me. So from 9 o'clock till noon, and then after I finished my stream, I had some breakfast. You've been on keto? It was a great way to shed some excess weight. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking, and I gotta clear this with Mrs. Mechanic because she does all the cooking. I want to do the carnivore diet, but not all the time. I just want to do it for like maybe 3 months in a row and see if it helps out. I'd like to drop a little bit I just need to drop like 10 pounds. I'm at like 187. I don't want to get back down to 177. That'd be all right for me. You do the same fasting? You only eat between 12 and 6? Hey, right on. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be working out for me. I've been doing it for the past, 12, 15 years maybe? I can't remember when I started exactly. Yeah, you didn't eat until 1 p.m.? Yeah. You've been on a carnivore for a month? It's great. Oh, okay. That's good to know, Jay's daddy. I just have to make sure we stock up on the right things and keep reminding myself what to eat and what not to. Because that's the thing. You don't want to ruin it by eating something that you're not supposed to during that time. But yeah, I'm hoping to. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's something I'll start in the new year. Maybe like a resolution or something. Maybe start in January, go to February, March, and then see what happens. See if the weight comes off. See if I hope it does. I don't have anything to deal with like diabetes or anything like that, or any other ailments. So I'm lucky in that regard. Keto showed you how much of our food has added sugar. He found it in ground beef, bacon, and all kinds of. Whoa, what? That's yeah, exactly. That shouldn't be something, when you're cooking up ground beef, bacon, and all that kind of stuff. It's like, whoa, why is there sugar in here? That I don't agree with. All the refined sugar shouldn't be put into things that don't need sugar. Adding it just for the sake of adding it, just because it's something that I think is very detrimental to us. Mrs. Mechanic is good in that way, in which she will, when she's making things, she will substitute sugar for natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup. Of course, being Canadian, right? We got it. We have a jug of maple syrup in the fridge. Yeah, and you learn to read labels a lot closer. Yeah, I can't remember who I was listening to, but they were talking about hot sauce. And when you read the back of hot sauce, you should only have maybe 3 or 4 ingredients. If it reads like a laundry list, put it back. Don't use it, because it won't be as good. That's the most Canadian thing you've ever heard. Stick around, Whoopa. You'll hear more Canadian things. You get me started. I gotta put my toque on. It's getting cold out. And plug my car in. And shovel the driveway. All that good stuff. Actually, it hasn't snowed here yet, so at least nothing of any significance. So getting into November, end of November, and not having snow on the ground, that is, I'm quite fortunate. It's nice for a change. You do have a hat on right now? Good old beanie. It's not a beanie, it's a toque. But yeah, that's what it's like up here. People think it snows all the time. It doesn't snow all the time. It just doesn't go away. So it'll snow. Everything will get cleared by the machinery and the shovels. But the snow just doesn't melt. So you just move it off to the side of the road. And it just, because it's so cold, it just doesn't melt. You need a wall on them. Come on, Jake D. You don't need a wall. You don't need to build a wall. Now we'll start talking about poutine. Honestly, I don't really care for it. I mean, fries with gravy and cheese curd on it, that's okay. I don't need heart attack on a plate. I'm trying to lose weight, not gain it. Like Game of Thrones. Don't want the White Walkers coming down here. Oh, yeah. We'll see. Maybe I'll pay you a visit, Jake D. Geez, I wanted to show, did I show you guys last week? I know Godzillionaire was shaming me for not having a Marin desktop on my browser. So there you go. He also watched My Dress Up Darling because I recommended it, so that's pretty awesome. I think he said he binged like 12 episodes. So, wow. Good for you, Godzillionaire. And yes, if you haven't downloaded the Brave browser, you should do it because you can put in your own custom backgrounds. That's what I like about it. Every time you change, or tell it to open the home page, it changes to a different picture each time. You hit the anytime I want a new window to show up, you get a different picture. What happened, Jake D? You okay? Somebody want to get the defibrillator for Jake D? You had to download Brave to avoid YouTube ad block shenanigans. Yeah, I know. YouTube and their stupid ad block. You're watching Made in Abyss. You don't know how you missed that anime. Made in Abyss. I know I haven't seen Made in Abyss, but are you enjoying it, Irate? There's a lot. There is. Okay. Way back when, back in the 90s, we were happy just seeing any kind of anime that would come out, anything we could get our hands on, which was very little. There was a little bit on television, and it was poorly dubbed. There was, a little bit we could find. We'd have to go to specialty stores. Nowadays, you can't throw a rock without hitting, like, just anime shows everywhere. The amount that you can get. It's overwhelming. It's unbelievable that we have so much anime content at our fingertips. Every single kind of show you could ever want to watch. You're zero in case I need a donation. Okay. The 1790s? Yes, Jay's daddy, the 1790s. Man, you guys. Back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways all the way to Japan in order to get anime. But we did have his anime clubs, and we would have VHS bootleg copies, just poorly copied bootlegs on VHS that we could go and rent or borrow. So I remember that. There was a place downtown that I could go and have a look and see and rent those stuff, and it was just crazy. And almost all of it is about someone being reincarnated or stuck in a video game. Yeah. Oh, you're O negative. Okay. Your blood type. Jeez. O negative. That's that can be used on anybody, can't it? I'm A positive myself, so. But yes, the amount, the genres, the sheer. Well, I mean, I can show you right now. You guys know this anyway. You should. You know, if you browse any year, let's go back to 1970. And let's go by just popularity is fine. And we'll go down, and that's it. Like, look at this. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 36, 38. You've got 38 shows released in 1970. That's it. Now, 2023. The list goes on and on and on. The sheer tidal wave is what it is. Maybe even a tsunami of anime. Like, there's I'd say that there's almost too much to watch because you're going to miss some of the really good shows and you're going to watch some of the really garbage shows, which is unfortunate. You got to try to separate the wheat from the chaff when you're going through this. And I'm still scrolling and it's still going. Like, it's crazy. We have it so good now. You young whippersnappers, you got to appreciate how much you have. It's just crazy how much there is. Like it's crazy. It's nuts. Look at that. Anyway, that is unbelievable, the amount. So we've come so far in having anime shows available to us, and you can just go on the computer. We didn't have the internet back in the early 90s. The internet was only mainstream in like 1994, 1995. Keep on scrolling, scrolling. Yeah, exactly. You did have to actually walk uphill both ways to school. There was a hill, and I lived on the other side of it. Oh, no. But yeah, that is before the internet came around. Like I say, we had to go and get our physical copies. We had to go and get, first of all, VHSs, because that was the main thing. And then finally, when DVDs arrived, we'd get our stuff on DVDs. And still, you'd have to get it at the specialty shops. It wasn't like you just popped down to your HMV or whatever. Oh, the internet existed back then, but it was only used by CIA trafficking. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there was, what was it called? It was ARPANET or something like that, developed by the Department of National Defense, all that stuff, and it didn't become open to the public until, like I say, 1994, 1995. And then even then, I don't even think it was using other things like Telnet and Archie and Gopher, stuff like that. Like WWW, the World Wide Web, was just a little part of it. It wasn't very graphical back then. A lot of it was text-based, and then you get into, like, before the internet was bulletin board systems. And I remember that because we ran a bulletin board system, and, we had a spare phone line to run this bulletin board, and people could dial in with their modem and download files and such, and you could chat, but it was just like one computer to one computer. Truth, it's become more popular. More stories are being able to be turned into animation, the medium with computer generating helping. So the medium of internet and technology helped. Yes, Punkwaddle. It sure did. And it enabled people to have access. Like, look at this. You have instant, and I mean instant access to, like, you're like, oh, I want to find a show. Type it in. Whoof, up it comes. And there it is. You have instant access to the show. Whereas before, well, you didn't know what shows were good, what shows weren't. You tried to read the back of the case to see them. You talked to people who'd seen them. You'd rent them, buy them. Yeah, there was nothing instant about it. It was all just, moving very slowly. Your mom used to take you to Blockbuster to rent video games. It's nice you could rent games for a week to see if it was worth buying. Yeah, exactly. It's like, if it was there, if it was available. That was the thing too. All the popular games were always gone. People would always, you'd have a hell of a time trying to get yourself a game that was available. And we had Blockbusters here in Canada. We had Mega Movies, Rogers Video, stuff like that. The internet began because Rube Skutska needed a place to store our waifu research. And make sure to make backup copies, Jake D. Don't let them get swallowed up by the internet. With all the complaints about AI, it could allow independent artists to make their own animated stories who lack the financing to hire a team. Yep. So true. I put up a new background on my on my Annie list. You guys, if you're not on Annie list, you should. It's a good way of keeping track of all the shows that you've seen and want to see. I'm glad I was showing this. And you can also follow a bunch of people, like I do. Angry Canadian, Bonnie G, Blaine, there's Ironcaster, Michael, Nerdporial, Ant-Man, Raquel, Serranos, Brandon the Anime Guy, Vinzinger, and Zeely. I think that's how you pronounce that. But yes, follow everybody and see what they're watching and what they think. Nobody in your area liked JRPG? That is how I learned to love the genre. Oh, JRPGs. Oh, so good. When the GameCube came out with their first JRPG, I snapped that up right away. And I believe it was called Evolution Worlds. And it talk about traditional JRPG. Man, that was a good one. Probably forgotten by a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people played it or praise it, but I enjoyed it. First of all, it was a JRPG on the GameCube, so after the abysmal showing of RPGs in general on the N64, the GameCube sure picked it up. Like, what was it? Quest 64 on the N64? That was terrible. That was just, ugh. You do like some JRPGs? You don't like basic turn-based games, though? You like action and button mashing. Smash them buttons, Punkwaddle. You've seen some good animation that uses computer art to help, but not do the whole thing. Yeah, if it can assist the artists, that's good. It just seems some of them aren't used very well, or whatever program they're using just does not animate very well. All right. I am watching currently 16-Bit Sensation, Another Layer. This is a good one. Time travel. For me, I like the time travel aspect. Our main character, she travels back in time. She likes making Bishoujo games. And she travels back in time to the heyday of Bishoujo games, which is the 90s. And she wants to help out making one without messing around with the timeline too much. So I'm enjoying that. Freren, Beyond Journey's End. I'm glad it says it's 28 episodes. This is a really great show. It's the best show of the season, I think. In my opinion, it is. It's done very, very well. The storytelling is top-notch. The animation is great. The battles, I really get into the battles that they have against the foes that they encounter, and the character development. Top-notch character development. Yes, don't do yourself a disservice. Watch Freren. It may start a little slow for your liking, but it will pick up. Gatchaman. I'm on episode 40 of Gatchaman. I do want to make it through this. I used to watch this when I was a kid back in 1979. And of course it was dubbed and it was not well done. And I'm watching the originals, which make me very happy to watch. Xenogears is one of your favorites. They didn't have the money for computer animated cutscenes, so they used anime instead. Hey, that is perfectly fine. It's a nice little... When I'm watching or playing video games and they have like a cutscene done in anime style, or they have the animation done, it's like, that's great. That's a little treat, I think. Oh, you're only watching Freren dubbed, so you're behind a few weeks. That's okay, Alex Moore. No spoilers. No spoilers. You gotta just work your way along. I'm hoping you're enjoying it. Your mistake was starting to watch Freren later at night while drinking some brandy and you fell asleep. Oh, yeah, Punkwaddle. Yeah. Try to make it like a mid-morning thing or something, maybe after lunch. That might do better. What else is on this season? One Piece we've had to pause because we've caught up on our DVDs, and so I'm waiting till December for them to release the next one. I mean, I'm all caught up in the manga, but we still, Mrs. Mechanic and myself, we like watching the anime as well. You want to play the Xenogears? Oh, Xenogears. For PlayStation 1, I've checked at my retro game store in town, and man, is that expensive. They want an arm and a leg for that game. It's kind of crazy. So maybe I'll get to it one day, but we'll see. Watching Overtake, the anime about F4 racing. Pretty good story. The photographer that's supporting the team, he's got a tragic backstory a bit, and yeah, things are moving along. One of the other team's drivers has been taken out, and our main character has been asked to fill in. So that is crazy. He's moving from one team to another. So I'm wondering what's going to happen with that. You've been watching it. You've been enjoying it. You finished the first season of Made in Abyss. You have 3 movies and the new season to watch. Oh, man. Yeah, it's so hard to find, for sure. And when you do find it, it's probably super expensive. Shy. Okay, Shy. It's like discount My Hero Academia, really. Yeah. I don't recommend Shy. Don't waste your time on it. It's not that great. Besides the whole main character being super shy and awkward, it wears on you. It wears on me anyway. Is Xenoblade Chronicles connected? Xenogears connected to Xenoblade? You know what? Yeah, I don't think the stories are... Yeah, I don't think the stories are lined up or connected to one another. You had an original copy and your ex sold it to make you mad. Oh. Oh, man. That is... Yeah, I can see why it's your ex now. Oh. That's dirty. You also had an original Final Fantasy VII. Oh, no. Yeah, that sucks, Irate. Okay, it's produced by the same person, but it's nothing like Xenogears. Xenoblade worth playing. Sometimes it goes on sale. You can pick it up now on the Switch. Actually, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, 3. I started playing it on the Wii. I believe that's what I grabbed it for. I think that was the one. Yeah, it was good. Good. Yeah, it's a good game. Yeah, I agree. It's a good game. Yep, I agree with Irate. Stardust Telepath. So this is pretty much a show about girls that want to build model rockets. And they form their own model rocket club at school. So, yeah, they go into competition against other schools. And there is pretty good information about model rockets and such. So that's, it's not bad. It's slice of life. So there's nothing too fancy. This one girl says she's an alien from outer space, and the whole telepathy thing is when they touch foreheads, she's able to sort of read the feelings of the person that her forehead touches. Yeah, don't know where this is going, but I'll probably ride it out till the end just to see. It's just, it's mid-level. It's mid-level anime, for sure. Your mom sold all your retro games while you were traveling. Oh, man, that's... Oh, like really, like, it's like, hey, this is my stuff. Why are you selling it? That's one thing I'm grateful for, is my parents never got rid of any of my stuff. I was, when I figured it was time to get rid of stuff, it was my decision. They never decided it for me. So that's the one thing I'm grateful for. The original story for Xenogears was something they would never let you tell today. It was controversial in its day. Really? Well, gotta maybe check that out then. And the final one that I'm watching is 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. This show is hilarious. It's a good comedy. You know, yeah, it's a harem style comedy, but it makes me laugh. And the way he talks to each one of the girls and all that, he knows exactly what to say to each one of them. So 100 Girlfriends, I recommend it. It's funny. You know, it's definitely a comedy that you just have to just sit back and enjoy. Nothing too serious. And I'm going to finish it up. I don't know how many, it doesn't say how many episodes it has, but I'm going to finish it up. He's got 5 so far to where I am, and if he's going to get up to 100, we're going to need a lot more episodes. Not enough, Jake D? It's never enough. No, it's never enough. You need that, I just can't see having all 100 on them, all of 100 of them on screen at the same time. I mean, if that's what they're going to work towards. Hey, DJ Ronnie. Yes, it's the end of Kaiju-vember. We are all done with Kaiju. It is in the rearview mirror now. We're getting away from it so it doesn't stomp on us. You had 2 at one time, and that was pretty difficult. You couldn't have 100. Yeah, I bet. Oh, it's tough enough with 2 of them. Never mind 100 of them. But yes, I hope you guys are keeping up with some of the new shows of the season. I hope you're having a good time with it. I think there's some I have to catch up on today, too. Let's have a look here. Okay, yeah, Overtake. I need to watch 1 more episode to catch up. And 100 Girlfriends. There you go. I'm going to be laughing today, especially at 100 Girlfriends. That'll be great to see. And where is Freren? Okay, I got to wait 4 days for Freren to drop the next episode. That's okay. I hope you guys are having a good time out there, recovering from your Thanksgiving Day meal, probably having some leftovers, if I know you guys, turkey sandwiches, turkey soup, all that kind of good stuff. I tell you, I love me some good turkey soup. And my Missing Mechanic makes some good turkey sandwiches. It's got the turkey, it's got the stuffing, throw on a little bit of cranberry sauce on there, a little bit of garlic aioli. Oh man, so tasty. Some nice thick cut bread. I can't wait for next month to start. Because next month, and for those of you that have just shown up, next month's theme is food/cooking. So I'm going to try to find some anime shows that deal with the main theme of food/cooking. And hopefully we can have a good time watching that. Because everybody likes some good food. You gotta appreciate the skill and the flavors that they put in. Jujutsu Kaisen is really good too. Okay, I never got into Jujutsu Kaisen, irate, but it's not something that I would ignore. I definitely... Like I was talking about, I went on my rant there about how there's so much available. Things are going to fall through. Things will pass you by or fall through the cracks when you're looking at anime shows. Food Wars, Jake D? For the plot. Oh, who am I kidding? Yeah. I think I did see an episode of Food Wars, and it was when I was doing my beach theme episodes. I watched a Food Wars episode of when they were at the beach. That's it. And yeah, that looked good. That was a good one. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen #1, Jay's daddy? Okay, good to know. I'm glad that I'm glad you got a rousing review for it as well. Like I say, there's so much that can pass you by. You just never know what to watch and what not to watch. And you can see my anime list. I try to be picky about which shows to watch. I don't watch every single one of them from the season. That's just way too much time. I'm a busy mechanic. I work full time all week, and I have the weekends and Tuesdays to. Well, I mean, I could probably stream any time during the week in the evening, but I choose not to because that's way too much time spent away from this mechanic. Got to take care of the in real life stuff too. Streaming's just sort of a fun thing to do on the side. And yeah, the weekends are good because in the morning, Miss Mechanic's sleeping, I'm up because I'm an early bird, she's a night owl, and it just works out that way where I'm, I can be up at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, and she's up until 2 in the morning. Food Wars had some good recipes too. Nice. You only have 5 to 10 that you like at most. Okay, yeah, and that's what happens. You, like I say, it's hard. You've got to try to weed the way through it. Like get through some of the shows and figure out, okay, this one is one I want to see. This is one that I don't want to see. You're full time, run someone's clip channel, your own channel on the side. Yeah, so you're a busy specialist there. And do I want to be a full-time YouTuber? Hey, no, that's okay. I don't need to. This is my fun hobby. Just hang out, chat about anime with you guys. Play some retro games that I never played before, and just talk about the trades on Tuesday because I'm trying to get the word out there to the next generation or anyone that wants to listen and learn about the trades. It's important. We need everybody, or we need everybody that's able to get into the trades to keep the country running. That's what it's all about. You don't have people in trades, the country is going to grind to a halt when things stop working. And I am reading a bit of manga too. I've collected volumes 11 and 12 of Soul Eater hardback. So I have quite the nice hardback or hardcover manga from Soul Eater. I'm enjoying that immensely. Yeah, you neither. Your channel is on Rumble. You'll say running someone else's channel is a lot nicer than running your own. Yeah. I mean, pretty much just they just say, hey, can you do this for me? Can you do this? Clip this, do that. You're like, yep, no problem. I can do this. You're not coming up with the content. You're just doing what they ask of you. At least I think so. Yeah, the pressure for the content is on them. You just edit it and publish it. Yep. Yeah, clip this, do this. Can you make me something with this background music? Blah, blah, blah. Yep, sure. Bum. Here you go. Uploaded. Whereas, yeah, the one I gotta come up with everything for the show, or for my shows, and make sure everything's running well. Let this be a lesson to you guys, though. I got screwed over by OBS. I upgraded, and I shouldn't have, because I wasn't able to forward or move the scenes ahead in the videos I had. So I need to do some research and see what I can do to fix that up. You're not even told what to clip. You just do what you want with their content. Oh, okay. The Stooge, Jake D. OBS the Stooge. Yeah, Thanks, OBS. You stabbed me in the back when I needed you most. Stranger, you did find a user to record vlogs for someone else than for yourself. Oh yeah, that sounds about right, DJ Ronnie G. So you can relate to irate. Anyways, this has been quite a nice long chat I've had with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the kaiju theme, and that maybe you will check out some of the shows that I displayed. Yeah, Godzilla Singular Point, or Pacific Rim: The Black, and even Godzilla from 1978, the cartoon from Hanna-Barbera. Give that a try. Even the intro is super catchy. You know, you watch that and you're like, wow, this is intense. I know the character for the comic relief there, Godzuki, will be a little bit cringeworthy, but yeah, if you get by that, you'll have a good time. All streams most enjoyable. Hey, thanks, Jay's Daddy. I appreciate that. You know, I do what I can. You know, I can't say I'm an expert by any means. I'm just a guy with a microphone. You know, they usually say the guy with a microphone in his basement, but I don't have a basement. I'm just in my home office. And yeah, just chatting away about stuff I like. And I'm glad you guys like it too. You enjoyed that cringy cartoon? At least it doesn't have an ugly voice like Scooby-Doo. Yeah, it's more grunts and groans than anything. You add your own artistic eye to their content. Really looks good. Pretty skilled at editing. If you do say so yourself. Hey, if you can be skilled at editing, you're winning the battle, because editing is the thing that takes the longest. I find for myself anyway. It takes you a long time to edit things, and just finding things. I think the hardest thing for me is finding anime shows to bring onto my computer, if you know what I mean. It's finding them and getting them over here. And then, yeah, using a good editing program. Like, I know some people use DaVinci. I use OpenShot Editor. It's not as powerful. It doesn't have as many tools, especially ones that are intuitive to use. But I think upgrading to like something like Premiere or Final Cut Pro might be a good idea. But I don't want to do the subscription either. I want to get the versions that were before subscribing and use those ones instead. But whatever you guys use, you're probably really good at using it. And I'm glad I don't have to use it too much for editing. Currently contemplating whether to renew Storyblocks for stock or use FCP Final Cut Pro. Good choice, I think. Punkwaddle uses Filmora. I think I've ever heard of Filmora before. You want something that's powerful and easy to use. I mean, that's pretty much what I look for in a editing software. You like DaVinci coming from Adobe Premiere, which you plan to never use again. I have DaVinci. It's steep learning curve for me. I have to really watch some videos on how to do things in DaVinci if I'm going to switch over. OpenShot used to crash a lot on me, but it's getting better now. Filmora just had an update that uses AI to help folks edit faster. Wow. It does. So does Wilton and some others, you know. Okay. Filmora, okay. That's something for me to take a look into maybe and see if it will help me out. Helps to have an extra monitor so you can look up how to vids while editing. I have a second computer actually, so I use my iMac from 2007. It's still running. I've upgraded the RAM and put an SSD in it, and it is my daily watcher of YouTube. Like, that's all I use it for. I use that for watching YouTube. I mean, obviously I can use my other computer, but I use that as my main one. And then I have my laptop. My gaming laptop is what I'm using right now. So I'm using my gaming laptop with a second monitor attached to it. And it's maybe 2 years old now. Anyways, it's good. It's got lots of RAM, lots of power. It does everything I need. Seems to be doing a good job. If you guys are if my stream's coming through nice and clear, it's because of that. So I have my laptop and second monitor and an iMac. You don't need AI. Your intelligence is sufficiently artificial. Filmora these nuts. Yeah, there you go. You have a M1 MacBook Air and a Mac Mini with a M2 Pro processor. Okay, you're all about the Mac stuff then. And I'm glad I got exposed to both of them. Exposure to using a Mac and exposure to a Windows machine. Because I've used Windows machines ever since I got into computers back in 1993. I think 1993. When our family had our very first 386 computer. So I was exposed to, even before that, there was the Amiga. I was exposed to the Amiga and the Commodore 64, but it wasn't mine. I never had one personally. But yes, the 386 was the first Windows machine we used. Laptops and MacBooks are greater than all. You have 2 Mac Tower Pros and a 2011 MVP. Wow. MacBook Pro. Okay. You find hard disk space is an issue with Final Cut Pro. You use external SSDs for each project. Okay. It takes up a lot of room, does it? Filmora is decent. Good. As long as it's easy to use and it's pretty powerful when you want to do things. The Mac Tower Pros are an odd acquisition that you don't use, and one has Windows XP. Oh, okay, 64-bit on there. All right. MacBook Pro I have is pimped out as far as a 2011 model can be pimped out. Yeah. Well, I'm just, I have a backup SSD on my Mac that runs Time Machine just so I can have a backup. But I'm pretty much just waiting for it to give up. I mean, it's from 2007, so it's been around for a while. So just pretty much, I'm not going to be surprised when one day I go to use it and it just quits on me. Hopefully it doesn't, but when it does, that's when I'll pick up a new iMac. Time Machine was pretty cool when you last used it. Yeah, it seems to do just fine. Yeah, I'll have it and I'll hook it up to the newest iMac whenever it happens to break down. I'll let you guys know too. You guys will know. I'll be like, oh, I got a new iMac. Anyway, probably start wrapping her up here. We've gone quite a while. There's good chats with you guys. I like that. Just having conversations about anything and everything. The Switch has been around a while. If it's from 2007, it's a historic site. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, all I did was pull out the old hard drive on my iMac and put an SSD, and then just, yeah, upgraded the RAM so it's up to 4 gigabytes because that's all it can support. Having a time machine is what is important. When you use it less. Yes. You like the continuity between your Macs? Use the same keyboard and trackpad for both at the same time? Yeah. Yeah, they were good. The mouse before the Magic Mouse, that one, I didn't care for because the scroll ball always got gummed up. Like, you always had to try to keep it clean. So when they went away from having a little scroll ball on there, that was a good improvement. Now it's just a matter of just swiping your finger over it. So it does well. The dumb thing they did with the newest ones, though, is when you... it doesn't use batteries, the mouse. It has to get plugged in, but the plug-in is on the bottom of the mouse. So you can't use the mouse when it's plugged in to charge. It's like, you guys, come on, Apple. Use your brains. Why wouldn't you put it on the very end of it or something like that, where you could plug it in and use it at the same time? So, big blunder on their part. You use 2 time machines. You have physical disconnect to a wireless one as well. You have lost a backup once. Ooh! Trackpads have less strain on your wrist. Okay. Well, I like using my using my mouse pad. I like my brand new one, my Nami one from One Piece, where you rest your hands on her nice ample bosom to support your wrist. It's quite comfortable. I recommend it to anybody, especially if you're a One Piece fan. They want you to buy 2. It's all about the sales. Yeah, the mouse charging port is ridiculous. Yes. What a bonehead move. Anybody could have designed something better. Yes, Jake D, excellent wrist support. Feels nice. Feels real nice. I have to get one for my another one for my Mac. I don't have a Robin one. I want to get a Robin one for my iMac. You like using the scrolling and app switcher with the Magic Mouse touch area? Yeah. Yeah, Magic Mouse does all right. They finally did a good job, and I'm glad I still have mine with the batteries, and it's Bluetooth. So as long as it supports Bluetooth, I can always use this one, which I will for as long as I can. I'm not gonna try to switch over to a new one. Thank God Apple doesn't design electric cars. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, oh, this thing doesn't work. Oh, this doesn't work here either. Oh, everything's proprietary. Oh, okay. So I can't charge my car unless I'm in the right charger, which is another 100 miles away. And I'm not going to make it there. Guess I'll use my diesel power generator to charge up my car. Anyways, we're at the 2-hour mark here, everybody. I think I'm going to just start wrapping her up. I would like to thank everyone that came out today. It was nice seeing you all. Jake D. and Alex Moore, Punk Waddle, Whoopa Troopa, Jay's Daddy, Irate Specialist, thanks for coming out. It's nice to see you guys all in the chat there. We're having some good chats. And Jay from Desolate Soul Studios, always good to see you. Sure, there's other people here like Alex Moore. And of course, DJ Ronnie G. Always nice to see you. And anyone else that happened to be lurking, I appreciate you coming out, spending time with me. Flip your Tesla over to charge it. Yeah. It's more efficient. Yeah, right. It's a good stream, good talking. Yeah, it was a good stream. Thanks, Irate. Hope to see you around next time. Make sure you guys please hit that like button on your way out. Tell your friends. Spread the word. Let them know that, Pop's here doing the weekend morning stream. There's other good channels out there too. People I watch personally and enjoy their content, like Pacific 4 and 4 and Blaine from Blaine's Escape Corner, who is back from Japan now. So you can tune into him every weekday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. There's Ronan66, DJ Ronnie G. There's Brandon the Anime Guy, the Nerdporial Lifeform, Angry Canadian, who celebrated his 1-year channel anniversary, and it was a pleasure to be on his stream. He's such a good streamer. He does his deep dives into video game music, which for me is very enjoyable. I like learning about that. There's our own Woopa Troopa, who is now in his own little section of Whoopstotska, which has better internet, so he's going to get back to streaming, we hope. And then there's Punkwaddle. You can find him at Floral from Under a Rock and at Snowdub's channel as well. I have a Discord. It's called The Shop because that's where all the tradesmen hang out. We hang out at the shop. Coming up, Trade Stock Tuesday. I'll have more information for you about being in the skilled trades, what it takes to get into them, and what you can expect. I'll also have pictures and videos of some of the projects I have been a part of. So you too can come and see some things that you might not normally see out there in industry, or maybe what your line of work is. Maybe you won't see the things that I have seen. Also, if you have seen things that I haven't, let me know. I'd like to see them. Yes, and then that leads into Saturday, which is the gaming stream. Every Saturday is gaming, retro gaming, and it will be Golden Sun. I am loving this game. This is a good game. Got the right amount of difficulty, got a really good story, and it's for the GBA. I never had a GBA when I was growing up, so I get to play all these awesome games that I missed. And like I say, some of them are really good. And then finally we make it full circle back again to Sunday, which will be the new theme of the month for December is food and cooking. Join me for some food and cooking anime shows. Hopefully we can, and if you know of any, let me know, because I'm always open to you guys' suggestions. I will do my best, though, to find some shows to expose you to, and maybe we'll learn about some recipes and some good food, because you know what? It's all about the good food. I can really appreciate some excellent recipes out there. Punkwall just did a Black Friday video. Yes, I watched that one. It was good. I was there. It was all about Black Friday, which is something we don't celebrate in Canada. Like I know stores will always say that there's a Black Friday sale, but that isn't a thing in Canada. It really isn't, because we don't have Thanksgiving on Thursday in November. So for us, in case you're curious, Boxing Day. Boxing Day is the big sales day in Canada. Always supposed to get Boxing Day sales and deals. You have it on good authority, Punkwaddle's a bird? Yeah. Your favorite on Snowdub is White Horse? If you're gonna ride the white horse. That man. White Horse the puppet? Yeah. White Horse the video, the Amaranth one? Ugh. You know what? I'm gonna bust in there one day and just throw some cash down to just annihilate that horse. Yes, Delicious December. That's another good one. Can I use that, Jay's Daddy? I want to use that too. You've not seen what I've seen? Guy, lad, real. Amazon's Power Rings, which could have featured Sonic at the point due to lack of connection or continuity to its claimed source. Yes. Punkwaddle, I do what I can from, yeah. White Horse was doing on stream, inflating his own ego. say it's much celebration as a case study in the decay of American values. Horsegate is real, yeah. It's equine phobic. No, it's okay. I'm sure he loves horses. They taste great, right? Make sure you don't lose a race. Or pull up lame, because you know what happens then. It's the glue factory. Better stay in good health. All right, everyone. This was a fun time, and I hope you had fun too. I am very appreciative and grateful that you guys came out to the stream. I hope to see you in my next one, which will be on Tuesday. Until that time, I've been Pop, and I am signing off.